Hello everyone. I hope everyone's day has been going spectacular. It is Monday, the 11th of April. I am popping on because I thought I'm gonna do a video on kind of shadowed skin tones. I guess just skin. I shouldn't even say tones. I wanted to show you guys some of the little tricks that I use to, I guess, save my skin tones. I usually use my Asher and my Scout, mostly Scout, honestly, but I think I might do something different. I love the greens in Leo, so I feel like these are kind of the same, but like not at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and just go with my Atlas 7 because I don't ever use anything from my Atlas pack, and I need to. I have my quick presets. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I have quick presets for stuff that I always use. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on my lens detail and clarity, and let's see what our vibrance and saturation does. I think I'm just going to keep it because that's about what I usually have it on anyways. So we are going to do that. Alright, so first and foremost, I am going to see what this looks like without the magenta. I'm kind of digging it. We'll see. We'll see. And we're at 66, so we're going to try 7,000, see what we're working with. Okay, not too bad. So I'm going to warm it up a little bit more. I think that looks pretty good. So I come to the calibration panel, and I'm going to be doing some things. Okay, so a positive. It looks pretty good. I want to see what a 15 is like. I think I'm more comfortable with a 15. Just showing you a little something something. But anyways, so that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is the skin tones and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to reset these little sliders. I'm going to take my contrast out too. Okay, so this is what this photo would look like. Really yucky. I mean, look how dark this arm is. And if you look, there's like hints of like red in here. So it's kind of difficult to work with when you have something that's shadowed, especially when it's just that one portion, because if you look at her face here, it's a different shadow than this is. You're probably going to have to go in and correct some of that color, whether it be in Photoshop or Lightroom, and it is totally doable in Lightroom. If you're not comfortable in Photoshop and you prefer to do it in Lightroom, this would be how you would do it. It's the easiest way, I think. So the first thing you want to do is come into your shadow panel, slider, and just kind of play with it a little bit and see where you want it to be. So now this is going to be tricky because, like I said, your arm is a lot darker than the rest of your photo. So as you can see, if I slide this all the way up, we're going to have a really, really bright effect. Now, you could go in with a brush and try to redarken some of these areas, but I mean, honestly, that's a lot of work. So, and this is with the blacks up. It doesn't help much. Okay, it does not help much. But when you're pulling these up, you're losing a lot of that detail. So if you're like me and you like a lot of like that bold kind of look to your photos where things just pop, you need your darks, you need your shadows. I am not a light and airy editor, so some people may look at that and be like, oh, that's perfect, one and done, maybe darken it a little bit and fix a skin tone area, and then they're totally fine. I don't like light and airy. It's just not my style, so I don't want that. I think it's beautiful, but it's, once again, is not my style. So I'm going to go ahead and make all the tweaks that I would normally make. So I'm probably going to put about 45 in here. 45 is my safe number, honestly. I'm going to put this as, I think we can go down a little bit. So let's see. I'm comfortable with a negative 25 there. Before we move on to the brushes, you want to go into your color, and you want to make sure that your orange color, the luminance is going to be one of the big things. So I'm going to put the luminance probably, I'll do like a 20, and I'm going to have the saturation where it is, but I'm going to put this, let's see here. I'm just going to show you guys like the difference. See, this is a 10. You see it looks really, really green, and this is the 0. So if you add just a little bit on there, you can change some pretty good things. I'm not going to mess with it because I think her skin tone right here looks pretty okay. Actually, I might put it in like a negative 3, honestly. I'm going to hit K because we are messing with our brush. So you'll select shadows, and I'm going to turn my shadows up quite a bit just so I know what is changing. Alright, so I'm thinking I like how this kind of looks. And you want to be kind of easy with this because you don't want to go too hard because then it'll be a little too obvious. So I think that looks pretty okay. I might kind of pull some of the contrast out of her arm. I mean, you can see what it does. And sometimes, so I want to show you something too. Sometimes you can pull the contrast out and be just fine with a lot of stuff. I do have a brush that literally makes things look creamy, and one of the big things it does is pulls the contrast down. So I am just going to put that right about there. And I want to show you guys something. So you can cool it off, but sometimes you'll get like here, this is more extreme. You'll get that blue, that obvious blue, and it's in places that it, like, you can still see where the red is. So you can do that. Okay, you can also do like the whole color theory. You can add green to it and just hope that you color correct it. So there's that. There's also this right here. So you can take your saturation out, and you may be like, oh yeah, but that just makes her arm look dead. Right here. So if you click, hold it down, drag it, find like a nice little spot, and you can adjust this slider. So here's it all the way down, here's it all the way up. So you can once again adjust it. So there's that, right? And you can obviously pull it up, do whatever you need to do to make it blend in a little better. I'm probably going to use this. I'm just going to come in here with another extra little brush and just kind of touch up this little kind of area here, kind of blend it in a little bit. So with this one, I'm going to cool it off quite a bit to kind of get that even skin tone. May even add a little green to it just to kind of help correct that color. And you can pull the saturation down ever so slightly, and you'll get that nice seamless looking effect. So it'll make it look like your skin tone is pretty even. So obviously this is what you're dealing with, and this is it after. So just a lot of tweaking, but as you guys can see, that didn't really take that long at all. That took 3 minutes and 40 seconds on my recording, but some of that's probably been me just talking. Yeah, that is a good way to correct that. And if it's still too strong for you, like I said, you go right back into your brush, you get a new brush. So you have two separate masks right now, so you get a new brush and you paint over to even out that entirety, right? So you're gonna turn your shadows probably not so high anymore. You can come over here, cool it off, maybe come into the green a little bit more, cool it off, maybe lower the saturation over all of the arm until it matches this thing, or you can come in and, like I said, match it to this skin tone here. and you'll be in business. I mean, look at this. So this is pretty awesome, the stuff that you can do just to get your skin tone even and the way that you want it to be, just going into Lightroom. If you're, like I said, not experienced in Photoshop, or you hate Photoshop, or maybe you don't have Photoshop. Maybe you have a computer that's really crappy and you can't run Photoshop, so you have to do everything in Lightroom. These are simple things that you can do. And with the saturation thing that I showed you guys, with the color, you can pick the color. You can literally do this for so many things. I had this one photo and the little girl's cheeks were so red, and I was able to correct her skin tone so it didn't look like her cheeks were that red anymore, and she just looked like her normal tone. But you can do that with this cool little thing right here. You just come in here, you pick the color, and you're in business. You guys get the gist. I mean, I changed the color of the arm. I mean, look at this. What? What? That's pure magic right there. Honestly, pure magic. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. That is all I have for you guys today, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, amazing rest of your week. Bye.